18 DPS heroes, 8 tank heroes, 7 support heroes, with 0 new tank heroes announced for Marvel Rivals launch date, that is on 6 December 2024. So 2 days from now. I think, guys, we need to talk. I've been playing Overwatch for, I think, nearly around 7 years, though I took a bit of break in between. But overall, if you look at the total playtime, it has been more than 2 years that I've been grinding Overwatch. I've reached the highest rank in Overwatch. That was back then GM1. I did not reach champion because at that point of time there was no champion, and at this point of time I don't think I can reach champion. I played this game for a really long time. I know the in and out of how character based game works, how ability based game works, how it functions, how the community responds to it, how the devs respond to certain issues that the community faces. Because I have been in the worst case scenario that is possibly Overwatch. And now with the announcement of Marvel Rivals back, I think around a year back or something, I was really excited that finally I'm going to get a new game where no false promises, no poor balancing, no badly designed heroes, nothing of that sort is going to hamper my gameplay experience, where you can actually buy skins, character skins, and you can actually see them in real time because it's a third person shooter. Honestly, I am not a third person kind of a guy. I am more of a first person kind of a guy. But since these are all character based games where your character means a lot and the lore around the characters means a lot, it's very important in your head that you can see the characters. So in that way, a third person shooter makes more sense. Don't get me wrong, I am not for or against the third person shooters or for or against first person shooters, but I think third person shooter makes more sense when you're trying to sell skins or introduce new skins or new cosmetics, whatever. So when the jump came from first person shooter, that is Overwatch, to a third person character based shooter, that is Marvel Rivals, I was all in for it. I was hyped. I am an avid MCU enjoyer. I have at least watched each and every single Marvel Cinematic Universe movies more than one time at least. So I have been a huge nerd when it comes to Marvel. But as soon as the game neared its beta stage and we got an access to beta, it was very difficult to get beta. I had to go through so many hurdles to get a beta code. I did enjoy playing it, though it was high paying, low FPS. My region, India, is really far away from US because that was the only playtest server available. I was still very hyped. I made a lot of content around it, met a lot of pro players, went head to head with them, and didn't do pretty badly considering the stipulations I had and the handicap that I had enforced to me by the ping and FPS. Though I have to give it to the devs that they did, in the second beta they managed to get a new server and somewhere a server in Asia, but that doesn't solve the problem of FPS. Even if there is an Asian server, we in Indian subcontinent still get more than 150 ping wherever it was. I think it was in Tokyo. It still doesn't take away the ping factor, though it was less than 300 because it's no more US, but still the FPS persisted at that point of time. And now, because the game is about to launch, we were given the news that the optimization is way better. It runs way better on worst PCs because they have fixed issues. They have fixed sound clutters, visual clutters, whatever. They have done a lot of fixing. That is what has been told to us. We have not gotten a hands-on on the game yet. People are trying the game. The content creators are getting access to it, and we're just sitting back and looking at the gameplay and enjoying the game from the rear end. We're sitting in the rear seat. Now, the idea of having a big hero pool is how you're going to divide the heroes according to the according to the roles. That is very important when it comes to character based games. While I do get the fact that in Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Marvel comics, you don't really have support players or healers, maybe one or two here there, they can work as doctor, maybe Shuri from Black Panther can work as a healer because she does a lot of scientific things where she can work her magic and kind of get people into the get healing into players and can work. But overall, if you look more often than not, players are designed to shoot or to be in full-fledged combat. There is no such place where healing is a thing in the comics or probably even in the cinematic universe, because if you look at the lore, all heroes should be DPS. I get it, but when you're making character-based, ability-based game around that universe, you need to be very clever as to what you want to put and where you want to put. Characters like Luna Snow aren't famous at all. Jeff, I am an MCU fan, right? And I got to know about these two new heroes, Luna Snow and Jeff, when they released it in game. Well, that is a good thing that we are getting to know a lot about comics. Because I'm not a comics fan, guys. Let's be honest. I'm an MCU fan, which is cinematic. So when they announced Jeff in the game during beta, who was a support hero, I was really excited because the hero looked fun. It was on the weaker side, so he'll probably get some buffs on release. I was really excited and I was enjoying each and every aspect of the game. And I was seeing the game grow when it was in beta. Now, they released Captain America as tank, and we didn't get to play it because it was only given to certain content creators, and maybe it was released in the Chinese test server. That being said, since then, there has been at least, I think it's 5 to 6 heroes announced, and 5 of them have been DPS since the last playtest, and 1 has been support. There has been no tanks. We are stuck with 8 tanks. Of course, that includes a tank that was not playable for 2 straight betas. That is Captain America, though we got Thor as tank. But even then, the ratio, that is 8:18, 4:9, is really huge. How will that impact the gameplay experience of a lot of players? Because if everyone wants to play DPS, the game is doomed. If you log in as a tank player and you see 5 other players as DPS, because there's this huge roster pool, you have more selection. It's just human brain, it functions like that. You click on the play button, you go inside a game, and you see a huge roster in front of you as 18. You have more choices in that role. Why the hell would you want to pick tank? But here there is a catch. There's a very big catch that they have put into the thinking of introducing who they want as tank, because all the 8 tanks have been really famous MCU heroes or the Sony Spider-Verse heroes or wherever. Like, one has been a Sony Spider-Verse heroes and the rest of them has been like really good MCU heroes. Like, if you look at the tanks, it's like Captain America, huge name in the MCU, like one of the protagonists, like the head along with Iron Man back in the day. Doctor Strange, another, like he's supposed to be the anchor being of the 616, either him or Spider-Man. It's still a big debate, but we'll see what happens. Groot, another really big name, really popular. Coming down to Hulk, another, like he's been like one of the most famous Marvel heroes since the days, like since back when he was launched, right? And coming to Magneto, one of the better X-Men. The only lesser known name in that tank universe is probably Penny Parker, and then there is Venom and Thor. These are really fan favorite heroes. So they have put all the elements of like the top tier heroes, 7 out of 8 in the tank roster to make it more popular. But guys, do you think will it work once you log into the game as a neutral player? Let me ask you this one question. Once you log into the game as a tank player and you don't belong in the elo that is above diamond, where there is a role lock or whatever, like the cream of the players, you are probably like gold, silver, wherever you are according to your rank. I am not rank shaming anyone. I'm just letting you know how this might affect your gameplay. You log in, you want to improve, you log in and you try to flex for your team, where your team is playing 5 DPS and you will be the 6th person. What are you going to do? What will be your experience? What will be the gameplay feel that you will get after that game finishes. Even if you win that game, you will be really miserable with yourself, because I have faced that back in Overwatch 1 when role lock wasn't a thing. I have been there. I have been in the lower ranks. I've been in the piss low ranks, and then I have climbed my way up the ranks, and I've reached whatever rank I've reached at this point of time. But I have seen it all. I have actually seen it all. I don't have a huge competitive background when it comes to other games, though I did play a lot of Call of Duty back in the day when the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 was a thing. I did play a lot of competitive, but apart from that, I don't have a huge base, so I had to build my base in character-based shooters. I'm not a CSGO pro who can just jump from CSGO to Valorant and then this and that and then just make a name for myself or just start playing like a god. I had to climb the ranks, and it was miserable. I just hope the best for this game, and I wish the best for this game, but this one direction that this game is taking right now really frightens me. I don't want this game to be another Overwatch, though like it looks way better than Overwatch. They are introducing cosmetics from day one. They're introducing so many like a highlight intro and sprays, Twitch drops, everything. That the technologies that have advanced over the days, it's really visible in the launch of the game, and all the social media push at this point of time is really visible, that how much of the marketing influence is happening at around this Marvel Rivals right now. They have a very strong IP, that is the Marvel IP, so the story and the lore will always be on point, because they can take parts from the MCU, they can take parts from the comics, and they can mix it both together and create their own story, like the Marvel Game Universe or the MGU or something. But this direction where the game is going, I am afraid that it might fall flat. You have seen what it does to certain games at this point of time, where X-Defiant came with such a promise that it is going to be the next COD killer. It's been like one day they have announced that the game servers are shutting down because they could not cope up with the free to play format of multiplayer games right now. They could not cope up with the requirements and the demands of what people wanted. I think there was one example that I said on stream today, which is kind of like this. There is no way, guys. I tell you the secret. I know what went behind the scenes. Listen, first time you're listening to this, right? I know what happened. This happened because that Loki is standing. No one is shooting the Loki. That Loki is 250 HP and he's at the same distance where Shroud is while shooting the Widow. That's also me.
That's also me. Hi.
They did this, they released the footage, they saw complaints, and just when she was getting into alpha testing, they nerfed the one shot. This is what has happened. Because they saw the backlash, instant backlash, and this is what happened. Because there is no way, like, can you tell me who has shot the Loki? He's standing here. There is no other enemy, like, there's only Widow. It's a 1v6 map. Who is shooting?
Target neutralized.
Who the fuck is shooting that Hawkeye that's standing there?
Face blue smiling, face green smiling, face orange biting nails, face orange biting nails. I think they make the trailer flashy so that people are excited. They were not full HP targets.
They were all
Isn't
full
this
HP.
trailer?
They were all full HP. Because I know they are making it flashy, but you also have to get my point. Why would they?
It's good though, at least they listen.
Yes, they listen to it. They listen to the backlash. Bro, there is no way these are not full HP targets. Of course you will make it flashy, but why would you make it flashy while making no sense? You have to make sense. If Ash... Okay. I'll prove something to you right now.
How did you manage to get banned on Twitch?
I don't know. Watch this.
Let's clean up this mess.
See, this is accurate. It's too short. Hauser. The Ana didn't die. Now the Ana dies. Who is shooting? So, I mean, there is an idea.
Bro, they even made Hawkeye flashy when he does negative damage.
But he's not one-shotting in the trailer. They fucking listened to you guys. They've listened to us.
I am too good at this.
I don't think they can do changes this fast.
Please, give me
Can
a
I get
challenge.
mod here, Ulu? Apparently Widow doesn't one-shot either, check
Can't hide from
Samato
this
post.
one.
Yeah, he does not.
Ah, can't let the arrows do all the work. Here we are again.
He's not one-shotting
Loading up,
anyone.
okay?
Where I did feel that Black Widow was supposed to be a one-shot character, and there was, as soon as the trailer dropped, it was so mind-numbing. People complained so much about it. Even I did. Even I made a video about it. That as soon as it came out for playtests, they, like the content creators tried it, probably Shroud tried it. Just before Shroud trying it, they just, tweaked the numbers and she could not one shot anymore. So they are active in listening. But 18 DPS heroes, 8 tank heroes, and 7 support heroes does not tell a good story about the roster. I was really hoping Wolverine to be a tank. I was really hoping at least we get one more tank in the roster where, there is a bit more flexibility. But again, I'm not unhappy with Wolverine being a DPS. Don't mind me, guys. I am not crying. I am not ranting. I am an avid Marvel fan. I want this game to succeed. I want all of you guys to enjoy the game. I want me to enjoy the game. I want to create as much as content I can around the game, so that you guys, so that in also, because India is a region where certain games only, pop off, which are more often than not lower end PC friendly, and that is why I've been like really trying hard to see if there is optimization, because I have a really nice PC. Like right now, like my PC is not bad. Like I can stream on like 4K and I'll still get like 144 FPS on Overwatch, and I will be happy, and I can just play Overwatch for the rest of my streaming career or my video creation career. I really want my entire region and everyone who does not have a very good PC to be able to enjoy such games. So that is why I was pushing for this one small tweak, which is called optimization for lower end PCs, and I hope they do it. And I really hope this game survives and sustains and also thrives as we go forward in this venture together. And I really hope they are thinking while making these tough and really complex decisions, because it just takes one or two really bad decisions out of all the 100 good decisions that you take to spoil the game. And we have seen that in the past with two bad metas that Overwatch had and one really bad character that Overwatch had back in the day, that is Breaker. Right now I'm not even complaining about the heroes that they are making. Like Mauga is a straight up absolutely abomination of a hero. Odisha rework and the overwork of Odisha is just abomination. Sojourn on launch was just like oppressive. Like these kind of things, I'm not even complaining right now how brain dead Overwatch is and has gotten over the years with nothing to enjoy anymore about the game. And it's just not me saying, everyone says that, and no one is happy. Even the pro players that I am friends with, like everyone just complains outright at how bad the game is, and they want to try 6v6 Overwatch as soon as it drops. And Overwatch is also coming with a 6v6 that is in like, I don't know, 10th December or something that they have said, or 14th December, but I don't know. I have no hopes from Overwatch anymore. Hopefully it works out for them. I'll be happy, but I do want a game where I can and everyone else can feel fresh, and they can also feel the joy of playing together like we did back in the day in 2016 when Overwatch first dropped. That is the video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you stayed this long, I hope I could get a like, maybe a subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, then I will make better videos for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.